Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to attempt a Sudoku puzzle. I haven't done one of these on paper in a while. I sometimes attempt them on my phone when I fly. So we'll see how this goes. I am going to be using these microns. I have two different size tips. I'm going to use the bigger one for my final answers and the smaller one for any guesses that I need to work through. So I think we are just going to start with the first puzzle. Start with easy because I don't know how this is going to go. So the way I do it on my phone, I always start backwards from 9. So let's start in this bottom right corner. We have a 9 in this column, a 9 in this column, and a 9 in this column. We have a 9 in this column. We don't have a 9 in this column, but we do here, which means the 9 in this box. I'm going to switch my pens. Which means that the 9 in this box has to either be here or here. So we move over here. There's no 9 in any of these. So there's a 9 here, and a 9 here, which means one of these has to be a 9. So 9 here and here. One of these has to be a 9. And then finally, there's only a 9 here. So any of these 5 could be a 9. Okay. So let's move on to 8s. It's an 8 here, an 8 here, and here. So this 8 has to be here or here. There's no 8 here. There's an 8 here, none here. So this 8 it cannot be there. So that has to be there, which means there is an 8 in this column. There's one here. So in this box, 8 has to be here, and it can't be here. So there's an 8 in this box, not here, but there's an 8 in both of these rows, and this is the only empty spot. So that spot has to be an 8. Which means, since there's an 8 in this column and this column, this spot has to be an 8. Alright, so for 7s, let's start here. Because there's a 7 in this column and a 7 in this row. So this has to be 7, which also means there's a 7 here and a 7 here. That has to be 7. There's a 7 in this row and a 7 in this row and a 7 in this column. So this becomes the only spot where a 7 can be in that box. So now we have a 7 here, 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 here. We don't have a 7 here. There's a 7 in this column in this row, which leaves these two spots to be 7. And in this box, we have a 7 in this column, a 7 in this column, and a 7 in this row. So one of these has to be a 7. Okay, is that all the 7? 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. So moving to 6. There's a 6 in this column, and there's a 6 in this row. So this has to be a 6. So now there's a 6 in both of these rows. So this has to be a 6. Where else? Okay. So there's a 6 in this column. There's already one there. Okay. So there's 6 in this column. So one of these has to be a 6. Which means that in this square, the 6 has to be in the middle column. And there's already one in the middle row. So this 6 has to be in one of those spots. 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. So this 6 is in the middle row. So this has to be here or here. And then in this box, it can't be in the top row or in the middle column. So it has to be one of these two spots. So 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. Okay, moving on to 5s. Okay, well, there's a 5 in this row. So in this box, this 5 has to be here. There's neither columns. There's a 5 in this row. Oh. Wow. I don't know how I missed that. Well, we know it was going to be rough. Okay. Well, there's a 5 in both of these rows. So that means this has to be a 5. So now that we have a 5 here, one of these has to be a 5. Which means one in this column has to be a 5. And it can't be this bottom one. Okay, well there's a 5 in both of these columns. So this has to be a 5. Oh, that was really bad. And then that marks out this 5. So this has to be a 5. Which means that there's now a 5 in both of these rows. So this spot right here has to be a 5. So now there's a 5 in both of these columns and a 5 in this row. So either this or this has to be a 5. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay. So move on to 4s. Well, there's a 4 in this column, and it can't be in this column. So the 4 here, either here, here, or here. Okay, so this row is all filled except for a 4 and a 2. And this spot cannot be a 4 because of that, which means that this automatically becomes a 4. And then skipping ahead to fill this out, this has to be a 2. Alright. Wow, there's not many 4s on this board. Okay, let's just go ahead and skip to 3 since there's more and it'll be a little easier to fill out. Maybe. Okay, well, so there's a 3 in this box, so it cannot be here, which fills out the rest of this row. So one of these has to be 3, which means one of these has to be 3. Well, okay. So the 3 has to be here, so it can't be here. So this becomes our 3. Okay, let's just go ahead and fill all this out. Let's go square by square. We'll start with the one that is most filled in. So we need a 1, 2, 3, and a 4. And it looks like either of these spots. Well, actually, so one of these has to be a 1. Right, so it has to be a 1 or a 3, which means that this cannot be our 1 in this row. So this one has to be a 1, which means this row now has 1, 2, 3. 4 will go here, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means this square has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which was one of the numbers we thought it was. And then here we have 1, 2, 3, and we need a 4. Okay, we are making some progress. So in this bottom square, we have 1, 2, 3, so we need a 4. There's already a 4 in this column, which means this has to be 4. Which means that cannot be a 4. One, two, 3. So in this square we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We need a 6. The 6 cannot be here. That has to be a 6, which means this has to be a 9. Okay. Let's move to this box. We need a 1. Obviously, 1 cannot be in this row or this row. So this has to be a 1 or this has to be a 1. We also need a 2, but that 2 cannot be in this row and it cannot be in this row. So a 2 cannot be in this row or this row, and it cannot be in this column. So this is the only spot that we can put our 2. That was really bad too. Okay. So now we need a 3. Nope, we have a 3. So now we need a 4. We have a 4 in this row. We have 4 in this column. So this has to be our 4. And we have a 5. And we need a 6. Cannot be in this middle row or this top row. So this has to become the 6. And we need a 7. We have a 7 in this column, but not in this column. I know that's not a 6 anymore. We need an 8. So I'm pretty sure that this is the 7, this is the 1, and this is the 8. But since I did this so out of order and weird, I'm not sure I trust those notes. So let's just move to the next box. So we have a 1, 2, and we need a 3. That 3 can't be in this row or this row or this column. So this 3 goes here. And we need a 4 that cannot be in this row or this row. So this has to be a 4. And a 5, 6, and a 7 cannot be in this row. So that goes here. And then we have our 8, which means we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then here we need our 1, which could be in either. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have an 8 here, so this does have to be the 8, which means this is the 1. Which means this cannot be 1, so this has to be 1, and this becomes 3. We are almost done. Alright, so this column looks pretty easy. We have a 1, 2, and we need a 3. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then in this column we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we need a 9. So now we have a 9 in this row, and in this row, and a 9 in this column. So that becomes a 9. Let's see, we have an 8 in this row and an 8 in this row. This has to be an 8. We have all 7s. About 6. We have a 6 in this row and 6 in this column. That has to be a 6. This has to be 6. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this, if we did everything right, this should work out. So let's see. We need a 1, a 2, a 3. 3 can't be there, and it can't be there. And then we need a 4. It can't be there. And finally, we need a 5. And it works out to there. So I guess we should check the answers. There's answers for puzzle 1. Oh boy. Okay. So that first row, we're going to go left to right by rows. So 2, 5, 3, 8, 6, 4. 2, 5, 3, 8, 6, 4. And then 7, 9, 1. 7, 9, 1. Cool. So next row, 7, 4, 6, 5, 9, 1. 7, 4, 6, 5, 9, 1. 3, 8, 2. 3, 8, 2. That's correct. And then 8, 1, 9, 3, 7, 2. 8, 1, 9, 3, 7, 2. 5, 4, 6. 5, 4, 6. Cool. 1, 6, 8, 7, 3, 5. 1, 6, 8, 7, 3, 5. 9, 2, 4. 9, 2, 4. 5, 9, 7, 4, 2, 6. 5, 9, 7, 4, 2, 6. 1, 3, 8. Okay, so got it all right. Maybe next time I'll have a little bit of a cleaner method. I feel like I bounced around a bit, but we got there. All right, so thank you guys. I hope I'll see you next time.